I don't want to hear anything about my dull knives.
Flashback.
Hey there, fellow meat smokers. Just picked up this killer deal today. Look at that, 15 bucks. 1.6 pounds. It's not too bad. Black Angus. And I'll be using this brand new seasoning I just picked up, giving it a try. I've never tried this Hawaiian black sea salt. So it should be interesting. Let's give it a go. I would normally dry brine something like this, but I got kind of a late start today, so I'm gonna skip that and just kind of let it sit with this seasoning for a little while. Just gonna use a little touch of avocado oil. Beautiful. Now I figure I'm probably gonna have to keep a kind of a close eye on this because it's gonna give kind of a false impression of a crust. So I think I'm gonna go mainly by temp. Normally I'd go a little bit by look and feel, but I'll just kind of do it the old-fashioned way. Look at that. So what some of you might be thinking, wrongly, I should say, is wow, that's a lot of seasoning. Is that maybe too much seasoning? The answer is unequivocally no. That is not too much seasoning. Because this is a big, thick boy. And big, thick boys need a lot of seasoning. So it is what it is. Purdy. I think that ought to do it. Look at that big boy. It's probably a good 1.75 inches.
That's what she said.
Just under 2. Thickest one I could find at the butcher. For 15 bucks, hard to pass this up. Look at that. All right, onto the rack she goes. Made a little makeshift drip pan. And I'm going to do a little something with those juices later. You'll want to stay with me for that one. There we go. Let's get that meat thermometer in there. I'm using Chef IQ. It's not like my personal favorite, it's just the one I got. And it seems to work out just fine. The software is good. The probe accuracy is really good. So I'm gonna reverse sear this bad boy up to maybe 110, 115. I'm gonna pull it, I'm gonna let it rest for maybe 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna sear it off in a cast iron. And I'm gonna do a little something special with the drippings here. Yeah, so hang on till later. Right, here we go. See you in about an hour. Next up, resting and the final sear. Look at that, right on target. I love it when things work out. All right, I know I said I was going to use cast iron, but I decided it's time to bust out the Le Creuset. A little avocado oil. Man, I know this looks so messed up, but it is not burnt. I promise you. The seasoning is wild. We're about 114 internal, I'm going to bring it up to about 125, 126. Let it rest up to 135. Should be golden. Alright. So we got those smoked herbs, smoked garlic, along with the drippings from the meat.
One eternity later.
Looks burnt? Definitely isn't. Whew. Yeah. All right. Well, we just hit 136. I was 1 degree over. Not the worst outcome. Time to slice into this bad boy. See what we got. I have high hopes. I don't want to hear anything about my dull knives. There it is. Medium rare, my dudes. All right, so before anybody tries to chastise me, I'm using a blue light to light this up, so it's kind of offsetting a lot of the red hue. So it doesn't look as pink as it actually is in real life, but I can assure you that's a perfect medium rare. Well, okay, not quite perfect. It's 136 internal, but that's about as close to perfection as you can get. And oh my god, I wish you could taste and smell this. So, kind of mixed feelings on this stuff. It's good, don't get me wrong. The flavor's amazing. But that was trippy. It was not easy to gauge the doneness of the steak just by looking at it, which is what I would normally do. So, would I recommend? Maybe. Depends on your experience level. Beginners, novices, no. No. Definitely not. Or, if you're going to use this, maybe do it on a charcoal grill. Something that'll, make quick work of it. But, yeah, it was a little confusing. Because looking at it, it did not look done. But at the same time, it looked overdone. Obviously, it's not. But it's hard to tell. Hard to tell a lot of difference between all those spices and what I would normally season with. I normally do salt, pepper, garlic powder, pretty much. and then do the butter based with rosemary, thyme, garlic. You know, pretty run-of-the-mill stuff. But with all that extra, the rosemary, if I would have left that on there too much longer, it would have burnt. And then the ground coffee. I don't notice any ground coffee flavor. No like depth of flavor that tastes like espresso ground coffee. So I can't say that that did anything. Between that and the activated charcoal, they probably could have left that out and made my job a lot easier here because that's what gave it that dark, that black coloring. And like I said, that was confusing as hell trying to figure that out. But yeah, overall, flavor's really good. If you're kind of a higher level, got a lot of experience, yeah, I'd recommend it. It's good. But be prepared, you know. All right, well, that's all I got. I'm gonna go and enjoy this amazing meat. Happy grilling, happy smoking. See you next time.